I've had the flu the last 5 days, and I still don't feel very well, but I feel a lot better than yesterday. I was reading the YouTube comments. Actually, I felt a lot better a few moments ago when I decided to make this video than I do now, because I got up. I'm at that point where if I just sit and be calm, I can feel okay. Whereas before, it was really bad. I didn't feel like, even watching a show on the computer, like, too tiring. I can just sit here in pain and sweat. Well, I feel a little bit better today. But I won't be taking this video down, and I will be standing behind it. Now, I might have to say, if somebody calls me on something, oh, I wasn't thinking too straight. Or if you say, well, you were talking kind of slow, like a moron. Well, I'll say, well, yeah, I was sick. Change the way, my tone of speech, and my cadence. I might end up, have to say, oh, I was a little, short-tempered because I was sick. But I won't have to say that I don't really believe what I said. You know what I mean? I might have to say, oh, it colored the way I said. But that's my prediction. It's not like that's 100% always true. You do say things and you're like, where did that come from? I actually don't believe that, but I don't do that online. Or much in real life. I can't remember the last time I did that. And I believe it's because I stand behind my words. So if I made something sick or drunk or anything else, I'll stand behind them. And I find it interesting to test myself. We talked about alcohol sometimes, and I drink sometimes. I definitely am a moderate drinker. I mean, I can't handle very many or anything. I learned when I was young, you gotta count drinks and limit yourself. And a lot of people think, well, why ever drink on video then? Well, because see, I actually would like to see what I think. What do I think about epistemology when I'm a little bit intoxicated? I'm not going to get intoxicated just to find out. That doesn't even be a good test. But, let's say after I've been using alcohol to, socialize and as part of a party, say, what do I think? Because I like as many angles as possible. But anyway, so, I mean, it's not like it's always by design. Like doing this right now when I have not slept through the night the last 4 days. Even though I feel better, I'm totally wasted from what I've been through, and I'm still coughing up phlegm. The YouTube has been not doing very kindly statistically to my auto upload, so I'm recording this to the side. If I have some coughing fit, I suppose I'll cut it out, because that is beyond the pale of what I really expect you guys to endure just to hear my ideas. But even without that, I sound kind of sick, and to some people it's like, oh, I would understand if you couldn't bear to listen to me. As I always do. But anyway, so what I was going to talk about is this video I made in this response, should you keep your videos up? And a lot of people know you're quite dogmatic on this. I won't say I'm dogmatic, because to me, dogma means a particular thing. I'm not dogmatic about it. Because basically, do whatever you want. It's like, I believe stealing is wrong. But you steal? What? That just means that I think lowly of you. And I will do what I can to stop you. But is that automatically dogmatic? No. It can be a doctrine. It can be something that you've decided you don't want to tolerate in others. It's a question of tolerance. And how you're going to tolerate when people take an action that's detrimental to you. Okay. Now this is more abstract, because the only detriment in this issue is you delete somebody else's words. When you delete your video, you delete other people's words, the comments. I am like set in my ways. It's very similar to a dogma. The structure by which I justify something I would not put up with. And look, for example, this is not as bad as stealing. I'm just saying there are some things, no matter what your system, you need to find a way not to put up with it. You know what I mean? And people that, like, I don't know, so pacifist they would never put a criminal in jail or do anything, just let him keep doing it. That's not going to survive. I know evolution won't allow a philosophy like that to really be. And most of those people, of course, have ways of drawing the line. Everybody does. Many of us, don't draw it soon enough. But. So the thing is this. Well, maybe I should go through some of the comments. But the basic thing is this. I've been doing this a long time. And the reason I can make this prediction, that I'm going to stand behind what I say, though I might have to, say that's how I'm about those things I was going to say, is because I believe myself. And so I learned a long time ago to, if I say something and I regret something, and I take it down, it's sort of a relief. Not saying that anymore. But that's an illusion. You did say it. It's probably archived already anyway since it's the internet. It's just in principle you said it. Why feel better? You did say something you regretted. Oh, now you don't regret it because it's not visible? That cannot be a healthy intellectual attitude. And the cable slid you say to yourself, yeah, this is a higher ground, dude. Stand behind your word. And the reason is it facilitates a public debate. Now, you can, as I said, do whatever you want. Lead them. I'm just going to think you aren't willing to stand behind your words. Now, I don't know the videos that Professor Anthem is leading, but it's a bit like he got seduced into drama that he feels is below him, and so he wants to get rid of it. Now, I say leave that up there, Professor Anton. We all want to know what it's like when someone is, cognitively together. Like, I disagree with a lot of your takes, but you're together. You're awesome. I mean, I think you're probably great. I mean, you're the kind of professors we want. I don't want them all to agree with me 100%. We don't disagree on that much, probably. Yeah, if I was in a course of yours, I mean, it's fine. We agree a lot. I look for the things that disagree with. But anyway, I'm sick. I don't know why. I'm going to go on these weird tangents. But anyway, I can see why you don't want to do that, but put that up. Show people how someone is together to you fall into that. Because someone that's fallen a lot deeper can use that as inspiration instead of feeling bad about themselves. Of course, this is a silly example, but people can get out of those kinds of conversations. They do find themselves trapped and mixed into it. And then also you leave up the trail. The thing is, instead of taking a video away, you just leave them all up, including the one where you go, you know what? This is ridiculous. I lost my head. I really see how you can lose your... And the thing is, all you ever lose when you do it that way is the ability to say that you're perfect and don't make those kind of mistakes. It's much more healthy for everybody to just admit that the great people that think well and know better can make those mistakes. And if they are able to avoid those mistakes entirely, then they actually have to do that. They can't just, pretend it. I just don't see how that can help. But the other thing is this public debate. Now, there's been a so-called public debate for centuries. And, it's not academia. Academia started its own one. It goes back further than that. We're talking about the courts of the kings. And the conversations in the cocktail parties, and in the little offices, and in the, whatever you call it, their work is supported by said king. And,